So what was your reason for pledging Alpha Kappa Psi?
All right, I pledged Alpha Kappa Psi in fall 2007 because I knew going into college that I wanted to start my own business, and I thought the best way to go about doing that was to make friends in college that I could use as networking, and also to get suggestions from ways to improve my business. So I just really wanted to surround myself with business-minded people so that I myself could, even further my expertise in business, as well as get suggestions from a pool of different types of people.
But that was important to you.
Yeah, that was important to me just because I know that the more people you have working on a project, the better it's going to be, because you can get a bunch of different opinions, and you can also work together to solve common goals. So, I mean, looking around campus, you could have joined, a regular fraternity, you could join something else, but I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to go into business, so it just made sense to join Alpha Kappa Psi because it's the world's largest business fraternity and the oldest. So I knew going into it that Alpha Kappa Psi was right for me, because I'm going into business. It was going to be a fraternity full of members who were going into business, and it made sense to surround yourself in those types of people with the goals I had at the time, which was starting my own business and excelling in business.
And you chose Alpha Kappa Psi because? I
chose Alpha Kappa Psi because in fall 2007 I had a class with a member who was pledging, and I was talking to her about it, and she was telling me everything they did, with career day and all that stuff, how they worked on her resume. She showed me before and after of her resume, and you could tell that they knew what they were doing. The members knew exactly what they were doing. Her resume from the beginning looked like how anyone would make a resume, and then she showed me the one that she had the members work on, and I wouldn't even think about the things that the members changed. So that right there, just seeing someone go through the process, it was radical. Like the way she worked she was in 2 of my groups, and the way she worked with group members, it was just, you could tell that she was like the dominant business person, and that's how I wanted people to look at me for the rest of my career. So I went to an info forum, I listened to what they had to say. They had an alumni come, and he told me a little of his experience after college, and it was exactly what I wanted. Like every time he comes back to Mount Pleasant for business, he comes to the house, he knows people here, and that's what I want. That's exactly what I wanted. So it was the right fit, and it made sense just from watching someone pledge to the process.
What has Alpha Kappa Psi done for you? Like what kind of changes have you seen in yourself?
Well, Alpha Kappa Psi, after pledging, my first semester after pledging, I was in an improv group before I pledged, and I was decent at it. I was good at it. I don't want to toot my own horn, but after pledging, it's amazing how differently you approach situations. Like with improv, like that was the best thing that I noticed was when I was doing a scene or something, my mind was just focused in on the scene. Like usually my mind was all over the place. Like I was thinking about this, then this, then this. But after pledging, I really developed an ability to just sit down and focus on the thing I'm working at, and just devote 100% of like my creativity and on my whole thought process on just one specific situation. So it enhanced everything I did, absolutely everything, from projects, from time management. Like I used to just wing presentations because I was good at them, so I could do that. But after pledging, I learned about presentation skills and stuff, and I took my time with them. Instead of waiting till the last minute, I'd make like a schedule, and my presentation skills had just doubled. Like I thought I was good when I started, but after pledging and just doing presentations in the fraternity, you can see a clear-cut difference as how much better you are.
What would you say you love most about being a member of the fraternity?
The thing I love most about being a member of Alpha Kappa Psi is just the fact that, if you're in between classes, you have an hour in between classes. We have a house on campus, so one thing I get out of it, like the social aspect, is just whenever you have some free time, you got like an hour, 2 hours to waste, you can just come to the house, and there are going to be 50 people here who you just throw out an idea and someone's going to do it. Like we went to Florida last summer, just a spur of the moment thing. I got a call from one of our brothers and said, "Mike, you want to go to Florida?" And I was like, I'd love to, but I can't afford that. And he paid for my trip down there. He paid for my hotel and my air flight. So like that's what I love about that too, just that connection you have with the members of the fraternity. Because going into it, I thought, like brothers, like, I thought the whole idea was corny. Yeah, I thought it was so corny, but it's truly like these people, it's amazing the things they do for you, and it's amazing the things that you do for them. Like if someone ever came up to me with like a problem, I would sit down and do it. And not only that, another great thing I love is just the inspiration that you get from the people in here. One of my good friends in the fraternity is starting his own beer magazine. And it just, when he talks about all the things he's doing, you know, talking to distributors, doing this, you know, coming up with advertisement, hiring writers, like all that stuff, just, it's so inspiring to see someone your age doing what you'd like to do one day, like starting your own business. So the inspiration you get from the members, the friendships you develop with the members, the connections you have, it's just, it's outstanding.
What would you say to someone in like in a few words of the reasons why they would want to pledge Alpha Kappa Psi? Like, what would, if you had to convince someone in like a couple sentences why you should join HK Psi, what would it be?
If I had to convince someone to join Alpha Kappa Psi in a couple sentences, they'd just be, you know, think of what you do best. Think of something that that you know you're the best at. And now just imagine yourself being 10 times better than what you thought. Like I said, like that's the biggest thing I've gotten from this fraternity. And what I tell people who are thinking about pledging is just, when you're done with your time in Alpha Kappa Psi, you leave 10 times better than when you started. Your confidence is through the roof. You know you can handle anything. Time management skills, don't even worry about it. Like, you're going to get your things done, and not only get them done, but they're going to be above what people expected from you. So I guess if I had to tell them, you know, a sentence, I'd say, you know, imagine the possibilities that Alpha Kappa Psi will give you when you present someone, you know, a business plan or a marketing plan, and just to see the look on their faces, because they will be blown away. It's a guarantee that the quality of work, your quality of work after pledging Alpha Kappa Psi, after being a member, is just, it's fantastic.